Good afternoon, guys, and welcome to the podcast. For the audience, the listeners, and the viewers, if you are interested about Google Ads and digital ads in an AI-driven world, I've got Lisa Raehsler from Minnesota. She's also an entrepreneur, speaker, and she's a columnist, and she's got a Substack channel as well. And I'm really happy to have her on and pick her brain. So, Lisa, welcome.
Hi, good to be here.
Yeah. And briefly introduce yourself and how you got to be into Google Ads. And I'm really excited to talk to you about AI and digital ads.
My company is called Big Click Co. And I decided probably over 15 years ago that I just wanted to specialize in Google Ads. And one of the reasons was because it's so complicated and challenging, and there's always something new for good or for bad. So I've been focused on Google Ads, Microsoft Ads, social media platform ads, whatever is a pay per click or paying per click. And also that includes so many different channels that you can put the ads on. I'm happy to be here and talk about how we're incorporating AI into ads now.
Hmm.
And it's really changing the way we move forward with ads.
Interesting. We'll dive right into it. And you, of course, Google. How is Google Ads changing in the face of OpenAI's ChatGPT and how search is changing and evolving?
So the how it is changing and evolving is that they've been incorporating more AI in the search results, and I'm sure you've seen it. And they refer to that as an AI overview. So you type in the keyword, and then you get a little paragraph that answers your question somewhat. That's involving AI. So how that is really manifesting itself is that we're seeing less clicks and more impressions for ads. And they're within the SEO world, the search engine optimization, where they're getting organic traffic and not paying for it. We're, hearing a feedback that it's affecting it and sometimes even really hurting businesses because of these AI overviews. But also, besides that, there's a lot of search activity that is transferred over to these other chat bots where they're doing the searches in there instead of in the search engine.
And my follow-up question is because we have a lot of entrepreneurs or listeners, viewers that everything was organic or social media or they have their own email lists. Is it if they were going to consider Google Ads, what criteria would they need to actually, because these Google advertising is very expensive these days, right?
That's what I get asked most of the time. Is the first question is how much budget do I need? How do I get started with that? I think when they say you can use any amount of budget, you really can't. You need enough budget for the campaigns to run or to allocate that budget over a shorter amount of time. So you'll need a really good campaign. You'll need to have at least maybe a couple $1,000s to get started, or it's going to be difficult because not only do you need to have enough budget to run the ads, but when they run, they collect data, and that data that's being collected when the ads start running help to inform Google how what clickers and searchers are more likely to purchase from you. So that's a big part of where the AI comes from.
Yeah, interesting. And for the audience, I apologize. They just started mowing the lawns but talk about the AI revolution in search ads and how to future proof your campaigns.
They and you we used to have got all tongue tied there. It used to be more the case where we would choose these keywords and someone would search for the keyword and our ad would show up. But now it's become a lot more sophisticated where the ads are not only showing up for those exact keywords, but for different variations of the keywords, different more expanded types of intent. And then they've also expanded into campaigns called Performance Max, which shows the ads on in the display network, in the search engine, in email and other Google properties. So it's a much broader reach with those. And as I was saying earlier, with the data that they're gathering, we're more able to predict which searchers are more likely to convert, whether it's a lead or whether it's a sale. And so that is really exciting because it's not manual anymore where you're going to be manually adjusting bids or manually adjusting the budget. They could do a lot of that for you. So the sales and the leads will come in at the CPA or the ROAS that you're looking.
And the next question I have for you is search ads are changing. What do marketers need to know now?
I think what they need to know now is that they don't need to rely on using manual settings and that they can use these AI settings to help optimize the campaigns so they're running more efficiently. That's an important thing. Another big component of the AI being integrated into Google Ads is the ad copy. So Google is able to generate, not only is it generating the ads by mixing and matching these different assets, but it will also create the actual ad copy. So it will create a headline. And it's taking that from the headlines and descriptions that you enter into Google Ads and also the landing page and also the keywords. So it's looking at these different advertiser signals and inputs. So what will be really important is to ensure that the advertiser is using high quality manual input so that it can inform the AI on what will better ads basically. Because you don't want to taking you don't want to taking data from an outdated web page or keywords you didn't spend a lot of time on. It's really doing that strategy to help the AI out from the very beginning.
Interesting. Next question I have for you is you talk about navigating the future of digital ads and adopting to trends in AI and search. What are your thoughts on that topic?
That is looking at the different features in and not only in Google Ads but also in Microsoft Ads where Microsoft is testing and moving to an area where they will be serving ads within Copilot. And so maybe we'll be seeing ads tested in these chatbots. So it will be pretty important for us to adjust to that as that comes up, as well as being able to expand from not just showing up in the search results, but having our ads appropriate for all of these different channels like display and email and even CTV, connected TV ads and video are really taking off right now.
Interesting. We have around 7 minutes remaining. The other question I have for is what trend should advertisers watch for in the next 6 to 12 months in search advertising?
Oh, that's a good question. I think we're going to see the AI features continue to expand and get more sophisticated. So I think we need to look out for that and really, like I said, really plan on how you can use these different channels like the connected TV, email platforms, having the ads in Gmail is what I meant, not email, proper email lists, and focusing on how you can really reach out if and when the ads are showing up less in the actual proper search results.
Really fantastic. And if people were wanting to connect with you and learn more from you, how can they do that?
They can connect with me on LinkedIn. That would be great. I would love that because then I get to check out who they are as well. And then my new newsletter on Substack is called The Paid Media Mix. And I would love for people to find me there and check that platform out. Sounds like some people are getting really interested in that platform.
Yeah, I do have a question. Just aside, what is it about Substack that creates? Is it just because how is it different than a blog or Medium or a newsletter?
It's more of a community of writers, and they bring the writers together by having these sort of a what do they call it? The official term is like a micro blogging, like a tweeting process, but they call it notes there. So authors are sharing their work, they're sharing their thoughts, but they're really focused on writing and creating there.
Yeah, really fantastic conversation, and I really enjoyed talking with you. And for the audience and viewers, listeners, Lisa's links will be in the show notes. And thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.